Hey, thanks for stopping by, everybody. Say, this is Chuck Hansen. I just want to, I've taken this opportunity to send out a video to all of the people that Marshall Silver introduced to Valentus. Um, some of you I know just got pre-enrolled, never really did anything. Some of you purchased a product and then never really did anything. Some of you didn't purchase anything and still didn't do anything. Some of you purchased a Ruby package or a business builder package. Some of you got started and some of you didn't. Some of you engaged and some of you didn't. And, you know, I just want to have this opportunity to chat with you a little bit, kind of, you know, fireside chat. And the first thing I want to do is talk about the money. You know, if you don't really understand that this industry produces a lot of millionaires, right? I mean, a tremendous amount of millionaires. And it's so very, very simple. And maybe that's what the challenge is. You know, we have a phrase in this business called, it's easier to give birth than it is to raise the dead. It's easier to give birth than it is to raise the dead. That's usually my philosophy, but not in this case with people that are attached to Marshall, because I know that you already have, you know, a lot going on, and you know, and I can appreciate that. And you know, one of the things that I want to share with you is, you know, the fact that there's a tremendous amount and will be a tremendous amount of money that's going to be made over the course of the next 3 to 5 years. So let's talk about the money, right? I mean, the money is important if you're going to do anything, right? If you're going to buy all the things. You know, these two phrases have been kicked around in network marketing forever, right? I'd rather earn 1% off 100 people's efforts than 100% of my own efforts. So that boils down to, is 100% of your income generated by 100% of your efforts? If it is, you're definitely on the wrong path, right? Definitely on the wrong path. They don't know who really came up with this. Both J. Paul Getty and John Rockefeller, you know, take credit for it, but it really is the truth, right? That, you know, I just want to, you know, acknowledge the fact that there are more ways to make money than there are stars in the sky. Some good, some bad, some great, some not so great, but there's a lot of different ways to make money. I discovered, I owned an advertising agency for 16 years. I thought I was doing extremely well. I had some of the biggest Fortune 50 corporations as clients, including the Marriott Corporation, including Norwegian Caribbean Cruise Line, including Mexicana Airlines. We were kind of in the hospitality end of everything. But, you know, and I thought I was doing okay. But, you know, then I got exposed to network marketing. And, you know, my exposure was a little different than your exposure. Your exposure was Marshall, and you did kind of what he suggested you do. My exposure was getting kidnapped by a client of mine, brought to a network marketing meeting where I got to watch people walk across the stage that didn't look particularly intelligent, that were making more money monthly than I was making annually after 16 years of owning my own business. That, my friend, got my antennas up, right? Made me pay very close attention. And, you know, that evening, 33 years ago, 1987, I decided that this is something that I wanted to do. Why? Because if those people can do it, trust me, I can figure it out as well. 33 years later, right? You guys know this guy over here on the left, one of my buddies, Marshall. You know, I reached out to Marshall and I says, hey, you got to try this coffee. He accepted my gift. I sent him a couple of canisters of coffee. The rest of his history, right? He's lost now 50 pounds. And John Herenza, master distributor for Valentus, greatest guy on the planet. I'm trying to get these two guys hooked up to do a lot more video together. John, again, a 30-year veteran in the industry, was a welder at a potato chip factory in Minnesota, right? He suffers from dyslexia, and his dream job was $22,000 a year. He got into network marketing to make an extra little bit of money, you know, to have a little play money with, right? You got to go to johnharenza.com and look at John's site and watch his rags to riches story, because he shows you the trailer that he lived in and on and on. It's amazing. So a little bit about myself. Like I said, 16 years in my own business, over 30 years now in the network marketing industry full-time. I had earned a little over $15 million when I joined Valentis. And since then, my income has expanded to now over $16 million. I built teams of 400,000 people twice in my career with 2 different companies all over the globe. So I absolutely know what I'm doing. I was retired, but I was the fattest I had ever been, or semi-retired. I was kind of consulting for a couple of companies. Then I got a call from Dave Jordan. Dave said, "Hey, Chuck, you got to try this amazing weight loss coffee." I said, "Dave, I'm not interested in building another team, but I'm fat, so let me try it." Well, I tried it. There's the results, right? I've now lost 40 pounds. That was me prior to 40 pounds, and now this is me after 40 pounds, right? So, you know, guys, I never, ever, ever thought that I would be in the industry of network marketing. Why? Because I didn't really understand it. I didn't understand it. But, you know, what I want to show you is, I want to show you a chart that the company puts out, that Valentis puts out, that is the average monthly income, right? Diamond 3 to 6,000, 75 to 12.5 for double, 15 to 30,000 for triple. That's a little low. I hit triple diamond my 10th month. And then average blue diamond, I'm on my way to blue diamond right now, 33 to 75,000 a month. Those are nice figures, right? Those are very, great income. I'm sure you'd agree with me there. I'm going to show you, I've got a plan that I'd like you to implement if you want to do it, and I'm going to help you get to diamond in 9 months. I'm going to show you how to get to diamond in 10 months, same amount of time that it took me, but it's going to be much, much easier. Triple diamond in 12 months. A year from now, you can be at $15,000 to $30,000 a month or more, right? That's 300 grand, right? A year. This can be very part-time in addition to what you're doing. Blue diamond the next month, 13 months, we're on a roll. So let me show you this. The plan is so very, very simple. And you know, if you can't do it, if you don't want to do it, then tell me that. I'll take you out of the database, won't bother you anymore. But I had to reach out to everybody just one more time. You know, the plan is this. It's called a 1 a month model, right? The 1 a month model is you enroll one person a month, right? One person a month that buys a business builder package that commits to buying 3 products each month for the next 12 months. Yeah, the money's going to come out of their pocket initially, but it'll come out of earnings afterwards. So it really doesn't make any difference, right? And then them committing to sponsor one person that does exactly the same thing. One person gets one person, and so on and so on and so on. Let me show you what happens. I'm going to give this to you in small bites, right? Every 2 months. This is you, right? You just started. You're going to introduce Tom and Jim, 2 of your friends, right? You're going to make $200. Big deal. Yeah, you made $200. Well, that's how this business is. It starts off slow, and that's why most people quit, because they want instant return on their, you know, measly $600 investment. That brings me back to, you got it. If you've already purchased a business builder package, I can get you reinstated back up to Ruby, no problem. If you haven't purchased a business builder package, then by all means, you're going to want to do that. But reach out to me, you know, reach out to me. You can reach me via email. You can text me. My phone number is 910-279-7193. 910-279-7193. I'm on the East Coast, right in North Carolina. So there's your fourth month. You made a whole $475. Your team is now 15 people. Hey, guess what? It's growing, right? It's growing. That's the good news. That's the good news. Your 6th month, you're 63 people. You made $1,000 that month. Okay, yeah, $1,000. You can do something with it. If you don't want it, send it to me. Your 8th month, you've made $4,250 that month. Not bad. Total of $7,400. Your team is now 255 people. You see what happens? Everybody continues to get 1. You put in 8 people. Tom has put in 7. Jim has put in 6. Mary has put in 5. Their people have all put in 1, and so on and so on and so on, right? By your 10th month, you got over 1,000 people. This business is all about a lot of people doing a little bit, a lot of people doing a little bit, right? You made over $17,000 that month. Now people start to pay attention. They didn't pay attention back over here, and they want to skip over all of this and get right to here. There's just no way to do that. You can't buy your way in. You can't do anything. You got to work your way in. You've now made over $32,000. Let me show you what happens by month 12. Over 4,000 people in your organization. That month you made $68,250. This is exactly how the Valentis compensation plan will pay if you follow that outline. You sponsor 1, they buy a business builder pack, they try 3 products. You see the purchases down here? That's the purchases every month, right? So, you've got to just stay consistent with everything. Let me show you what happens in month 13. This is why you get the blue diamond, right? 8,191 people, $136,000 monthly residual income coming in. You've made 271 grand. You see, John Herenza has been making $500,000 a month, right? $500,000 a month, $6 million a year. And, John's there to help us, help you, help me. My sponsor, Rick Geralds, who's down in Houston, $154,000 a month. Rick is there to help you, help everybody, right? And of course I am. So, you've made more money that month, the 13th month, than you did the entire 12 months. Now it's getting exciting, right? Now it's getting exciting. So how do you move from here to there? Very simple. One at a time, one person at a time, right? This business, for some reason, people think that it's all about selling a product. It has nothing to do with selling a product. It has nothing to do with any of that. It has everything to do with building a team. It has everything to do with sharing the products, not selling the products, but sharing the products, just like I shared the products with Marshall. Share, right? And you share the opportunity exactly the same way. You put people on the phone with me, you show them a video, you just ask a very simple question without prejudging people. Hey, how would you like to see an incredible opportunity where you can make money at home? Yes? No? That's a very simple question. Everybody can do that. And then we build and promote for events. That's what we are. We're promoters, right? And that's all we do. Promote. We promote the events. We promote the opportunity. We promote the products. We promote the company. And we move forward. These fundamentals have never changed, in the last 33 years that I've been in the industry, and won't ever change, right? They are changing because of social media and all, but you know what? They're just getting better. Here's what's going to happen. We're going to see unprecedented growth, unprecedented growth. This was by Forbes magazine pre-pandemic. You see, 79 million people, 5 years will start a home-based business. I'm telling you, I think this number is going to double. I think it could triple, right? Because everybody is now thinking about, you know what, I'm going to build a another thing on the side. You know, I'm going to have a residual income some way, somehow, right? And so we're going to see unprecedented, and those people that take advantage and get positioned in front of this millions and tens of millions and hundreds of millions of people will have a true advantage. So, you know, expectations, another reason I wanted to do this video, the right company, the right timing, right? Awesome compensation plan. You got to have a little patience. You got to get through the beginning phases. I had to get through the beginning phases. Marshall had to get, nothing changed, right? Everybody starts exactly the same way. You got to have some belief. You certainly have to have some faith, right? And you got to have consistent effort. Your goal plus a little hard work will give you the success that you want, but it's going to take a little time. It's not going to happen overnight. My advice, here's my advice, you can take it, leave it, whatever, is to never quit. Always, you've got a position. See, Marshall is building two legs. 10% of the people on one leg, the left leg, my leg, which is called the enroller leg, and the 90% of the people, which you're probably a part of, on the right leg. So some people on the left leg and some people on, most of the people on the right leg. I would never let that position go. I would remain active so that position, just if you're not interested at all, buy a canister of coffee, buy a canister of something and stay active, because your position will continue to bank volume, bank volume, bank volume. And then here's what's going to happen. You're going to run into somebody somewhere, someplace, and that person's going to say, I've been looking for an opportunity just like this. And you're going to put them on your other side. And it's then Katie bar the door, right? So don't ever, 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 if you got a question about it, if you're inactive right now, get back to me. I'll help you get reactivated. So if you understood residual income, you'd walk through a brick wall to get it. I get it, right? That's what I didn't understand. John gets paid whether he works or not. I got paid in this industry. I've retired 3 times because I had the income. You see, I didn't need to work. I had, my check was going to come month in and month out, year in and year out, without me ever lifting a finger and doing anything. And I chose not to really work that hard, right? I flew all around the world. I mean, we went on cruises. We've traveled over 6 million miles. I mean, it's been an amazing journey. And along the way, we did things like this. We had a Grand Prix team. We were at all the Grand Prix races. We sponsored an offshore hydroplane, and we were at all the hydroplane races. We kicked it up a notch and did Indianapolis 500 with Eddie Cheevers and his team as our driver. It was phenomenal. You know, I was there. Our pit was right next to the Amway car, so that was a hoot. And, you know, I grew up on the south side of Chicago with 3 brothers and sisters. My dad was a cop and worked in a steel mill part-time. We didn't have a lot of money, right? And living in a 1-bedroom apartment, basement apartment on the south side of Chicago, I wanted room. And so, you know, we've owned 12 houses and we've lived all around the country. But it's because we could, right? We could pick up and go anywhere we wanted to because our income wasn't tied to a location. I didn't have a business there. I had a global business. And that's what I'm building again with Valentis. It's a global business. I can, you know, I told Dave Jordan, Dave, I'm going to give you 3 years of my life or $100,000 a month, whichever comes first. Well, when John Horenza hit 500,000 a month, I revised my goal. Right? I said, Dave, I'm taking back that. I'm going to give you 5 years of my life or $500,000 a month, whichever comes first. I'm hoping it's the 500,000. I've got more yesterdays than I do tomorrows. So I've got a lot of things that I need to accomplish, and having $500,000 a month coming in would be icing on the cake. So a few cars, you know, like Marshall, I've had a few cars, 34, I think, 34 or 35 cars that I've had. I like little, small, fast ones. My wife likes, she doesn't like little, small, fast ones anymore. That was her first Ferrari. My daughter got us into this sport, right? Equestrian sport. I thought, yeah, that's cute. That's cute. There she is riding her, first horse. Well, that escalated. And as it escalated, it cost a lot more money. Those ribbons all cost a lot of money. But it was a great adventure, right? We had to have a house with a barn and stalls and trailers and trucks and so on and so forth. We live about a half-mile from the Atlantic Ocean, so we can ride over to the Intercoastal, swim across the little barrier island and on into the Atlantic. So it's been amazing. I mean, had it not been, this is the first house we purchased in Wilmington, a great house right on the Intercoastal. Had a beach house about an hour north on a little island up there. This is the backyard of the house on the Intercoastal. This is obviously the backyard of our beach house with our sandcastle. And of course, we had a place in Grand Cayman, a phenomenal place, a 3-bedroom penthouse there. So loved it, loved it, loved it. Tried to get my wife to move there, lock, stock, and barrel, and just let me play guitar on the beach for tourists, but that didn't work out so well. So, guys, the reason I did this was to try to get your attention. I mean, there are incredible things happening, and I don't want any of the people that Marshall introduced to Valentis to fade away and then say, darn, I wished I wouldn't have done that. I wished I would have paid attention. So get back to me, reach out to me. You got my email, you got my phone number, text me, call me, email me, whatever. Let me help you. If you're looking for an authority on network marketing, I'm the guy, right? I'm the guy. I can help you do this. I know exactly what to do. I've done it before. I earned $15 million prior to joining Valentis. So let me help you. With that, God bless everybody. Stay safe. It's April the 26th or 27th or something like that. What is it? It is April. It's April the 27th. It's Monday, April the 27th. I don't know. We've been cooped up and locked down so long. I've lost track, but it's Monday. So, hey, reach out to me. Glad to help you. And we will see you later. Thank you.